I always wondered why the free range men sounded so excited.
Sure. So, local food in our town now. Hi, I'm John McCabe. 19 more slides. You can see here the total extent of my graphic arts abilities. Unfortunately, I've got some good friends that get us through here. I'm going to talk about local foods, and you might be thinking, like, what's this got to do with me? And really, I don't have an answer for that as long as you're willing to suffer the living hell of cancer, heart disease, diabetes that our present food system is delivering to you. But hey, really, we all know some of the problems that we have with this monstrous industrial machine. We have come to rely on just a handful of corporations for almost everything we eat. And frankly, industrial food is chock full of lousy jobs, making lousy food, and all the while just lousing up the environment. We're giving more money to Ronald McDonald than old McDonald, you know, the guy with the farm. And what's it going to take for us to wake up from this fake food nightmare? Look, these are serious concerns. We can do better, much better, but I'm going to talk about local food as a party. Yeah. And I aim to maximize the fun, and I think this is one revolution that we can all dance at. So why not celebrate the harvest each fall with the people who grew your food and prepared your food for you? The Homegrown Festival here attracted 5,000 people last year. That was local food, local music, local beer, local wine, and it was a party. And in my brief time in this adventure, I have met dozens of farmers and dozens of other producers, and I've learned to grow food and brew beer, bake bread, and cure beets, and it's really changed my life. And that big one on the left is the master one. Thanks, Jim. So some of you have come to breakfast. So Friday Mornings at Selma is one of the unlikely community institutions that has emerged in all of this nonsense. Somehow my wife, Lisa Gottlieb, and I got this crazy idea to invite about 100 of our closest friends and complete strangers to come eat breakfast at our home every single Friday morning, 6:30 a.m. They don't stay strangers for long. So this 100-plus volunteer group makes it possible for the $50,000 of donations that have landed in the jars, thank you all, into supporting and building our local food infrastructure. And this same volunteer community comes together to actually construct the projects that these funds make possible. And that is hoop houses that are being built for new farmers and soon for some of our area schools. And we build them using our own 21st century version of barn raising. Dozens of individuals working together in one intensive day. And oh yeah, then we have a party. A nice bonfire that night. These hoop houses can grow food in the winter with nothing more than the energy from the sun, even in this northern climate. Plant the right things at the right time, and you eat year-round from your own backyard. Not to mention getting your hands into the warm, fresh soil in the middle of February. Not a bad version of a staycation. 2 days ago, a group of us met here on this campus to plant the next seeds of change. The local food summit brought together 240 people, and we were working to build the systems that will allow us all to enjoy healthy, secure, fair food. And we're starting to pay attention to the numbers. Did you know that we eat over $1 billion worth of food here, right here in Washtenaw County every year? Yet our leadership has yet to grasp that we could be helping create hundreds of small farms, employing thousands of people on land safe from urban sprawl, all the while generating tens of millions of dollars in new local economic activity. Now wait a second, can I go back to that other slide, the slide with if I hit this right here, I go, yeah, there we go. I mean, $1 billion, that might get people's attention if we can start talking about it. I mean, right now we lag behind the rest of our state even in producing our own food, mostly growing corn and soybeans, while we import almost everything that we eat. But with Ann Arbor and the institutional buyers we have here, like this university, surrounded by underutilized farmland, I believe we have a unique opportunity to lead in creating a resilient, viable, and sustainable food system. We launched a campaign at this year's summit, and we will get to 10% local sourcing of our food within 10 years. It's going to take a lot of education. It's going to take a lot of education, a lot of activism, and a lot of mouths. So please join us when we say, I eat here.